Hey beautiful people, so welcome to your Scorpio super new moon readings. So this reading is for all signs and will carry the energy through for the rest of the lunar cycle, and also this is the last cycle before the eclipse season starts. So whatever you do with this energy in this moment today and moving forward through this moon cycle will actually set the scene for the energy for the rest of your year. So it's a very, very powerful energy. So we've got the sun and moon in Scorpio at the moment, and this afternoon WA time, just after lunch, the moon will be at 23 degrees Scorpio alongside the sun, making it a new moon. So what does that mean? Well, it means that with the sun and moon conjunct in the sky, it's a very, very powerful time. And this whole year, I felt like the new moons feel very, very potent emotionally, as if it was a full moon. So Scorpio is also a very, very deep transformative sign where you can't go deep enough with Scorpio. The deeper, the better. So it's got that real energy along with it, but it's the energy of transformation. So it's going really deep within yourself, looking at what you don't want to create anymore and really transforming that into something different with the energy of the sun to give it extra vitality. So very, very powerful time. And also this placement of the sun and the moon will be sextile to Pluto, which is Scorpio's ruler. So that's another supportive energy for this big transformation energy that's at play at the moment. And also Jupiter, which is all about expansion and faith. So you might feel this contrasting energy between that that kind of darker nature side of things, but then have an optimistic spin on it. Like it's kind of like the sad news stories and you look for the helpers, that kind of energy where there's always something positive within that negative to be used for growth. And that's where the transformation comes in. So very, very powerful energy there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to timestamp all of these and I'm going to select in no order in particular what sign I'll read for, and I will timestamp them as well if you don't want to listen to the entire spiel. So yeah, if I recommend anything for this new moon, it will be just really resting and rejuvenating today, nurturing your emotions, and just being observant of where any negative or niggling thought patterns or repetitive cycles you might want to shift are coming in and playing out in your life, and maybe just giving it a bit of focus on what you can do to shift out of it in practical steps, and then carry that forward throughout this new moon cycle to obviously manifest in the full abundance in a few weeks when we do hit the next full moon, which will be in Sagittarius, because 23 degrees Scorpio, we're only about a week out of Sag season now. So the next one will be in Sag, and yeah, hello eclipse season starting up yet again. So as I've said a number of times already, very, very, very powerful time at the moment. Okay guys, if you would like to book a private reading with me, please do get in touch, and please, please, please like, share, subscribe, all of that stuff. And it will really encourage me to post more regularly because I know that people love what I do. So feel free to reach out. Also follow me on Facebook and Instagram, Higher Path Healing, all one word on Insta, and just Higher Path Healing on Facey as well. I'm sure you'll be able to find me. If not, let me know and I'll flick you through a link. Okay, so first, Gemini, you're up first. Let's see what Gemini can gain out of today's reading. Now guys, obviously these readings are not going to resonate with every single person on earth based on their sun sign alone. Our natal charts are very, very complex, and the sun is only one little aspect, but it is a very powerful one. So if it doesn't resonate with you, totally fine. Don't read much into it, and maybe the next one will suit you more. And if you're looking at other people's signs and the message hits home for you, just take it on board as well. Collective energy of these readings often plays out in different ways in people's lives, regardless of what sign their sun is in. So if you're watching it, that's a good start, and enjoy guys. Love to hear your feedback at the end. Okay, so Gemini, where were we? Okay, Gemini. Three of Pentacles is up for you first, followed by the World, followed by the Seven of Cups here. So I feel like there's some decisions to be made here. I feel like you've learned a lot, you've grown a lot, and this is leading to the completion and culmination of a cycle. It's like you've learned a lot, the lessons are there, you can see your way forward, now what to do next. So I feel like this is a really good opportunity for you to really tap into where you want to go, because this card smack bang in the middle is the last card of the major arcana, and it's also ruled by Saturn, which is all about those tough lessons, but it's how to integrate those lessons for your greater good and to step forward in something new and powerful, the beginning of a new cycle. But there's this feeling with these Seven of Cups of, oh, where do I go from here? Look at all of those options. Some of the cups, you know, they're kind of turned over. You don't really know what's underneath. It's a bit of a surprise. So you might feel a little bit lost at the moment as well. That's what I'm kind of getting from these cards. And this Seven of Cups, that's all emotional stuff as well. So this moon might be really stirring up those feelings of emotions and even insecurity a little bit as you kind of try and navigate through where to move forward next in your life. So I would recommend just really sit with that energy, sit with your emotions, do some grounding, some reflection, meditation, journaling, that kind of thing, just to really center your energy back in. And I feel like this will be a really powerful time for you once you do make a decision to put those steps into place the way that Geminis do so well, to actually create and culminate this energy into something beautiful over the next few weeks towards a new moon and then leading into that eclipse cycle. So yeah, really beautiful. And I'll just pull a extra message at the end for you as well, Gemini. But yeah, I feel like this has been a very, very busy year for you, Gemini, whoever this energy is about. Oh, and one threw itself out. Probably not the one you want to see, but failure. There's a very powerful message in this though. I understand that a mistake is an opportunity to learn. So maybe that's about that Saturn energy. It's about that, yeah, it's a tough lesson. So maybe something didn't work out and now you're regrouping to decide where to go next. But it's an opportunity to learn, because without failure, we're never going to grow, really, because if we always get what we want, then life would be pretty boring, because there would be no obstacles and hurdles, which allows for us to expand and grow through them. So quite a beautiful message in that, Gemini. Okay, so who have we got next? Next up, Scorpio. There you go. Birthday peeps, Scorpio season, still going strong. Okay. It's that new moon and sun in Scorpio. Just had a big pile of cards throw themselves out, but I popped them back in because there's way too many to read there. Okay, Scorpio. What have we got? Okay, wow, very, very powerful and kind of Scorpio cards here for you. You got the Lovers card straight up first, followed by the Nine of Cups. So there's a lot of emotional fulfillment and happiness there, but then it's kind of clouded by this Eight of Cups energy as well. So I feel quite torn, a bit push-pull in this energy. So the Lovers card, I mean, clearly there's a lot of love there. This can be like a soulmate, karmic or twin flame style relationship, or it might be your relationship with yourself even. This is a card of Gemini, so it's like the twins. You know, it's two parts of the whole coming together. It's that kind of energy. So this could be a romantic thing. I'm feeling like these cards together, this is talking about a relationship, because that Nine of Cups is all about emotional fulfillment. Look how much joy and happiness is there. So I feel like this relationship has a lot of joy around it, but it's kind of overshadowed by this Eight of Cups. So this is leaving something behind that no longer serves you as well. So you can see the sun is rising where she's walking towards. So she's had to put her cups down. So this is kind of putting down something from the past and walking towards the light there. So there might feel, I feel like there's a bit of like nostalgia around this, or, you know, it's kind of letting go of something that you were convinced was going to work. but it's not serving you anymore. This is always showing up when there's something not serving you in your energy anymore and it's time to move on. There can be a bit of sadness around it, but also so much joy to be found moving forward as that sun rises before you as you walk away. So very, very powerful cards here. And yeah, that's beautiful, beautiful energy there. But just, yeah, keep it cool, Scorpio, which I know you're so good at doing. But yeah, very, very powerful cards for you there, Scorpio. Let's draw an additional message as well. What have we got for you? Death. Wow, death is the card of Scorpio because it's that ruled by Pluto, transformation, allowing something to shed away, going deeper, deeper and rebirthing like that phoenix up from the ashes. I am learning that endings are merely new beginnings. Perfect. How good was that in conjunction with this guy? Perfect for you, Scorpio. Love, love, love that. Give me goosebumps. So good. All right, what's next? Aquarius. My dear Aquarians. All right, what have we got for you, Aquarius? Wow. Lots of big cards going on here. So the first one we've got is the Knight of Swords, followed by the Four of Pentacles, followed by the Fool, brand new beginning. Okay, so I feel rushed in this energy of this Knight of Swords. He's rushed, he's running towards something, he's very direct. I feel like you might have felt like you were under attack because these two cards next to each other, you can see that Swords energy and she's kind of sitting there holding a bag over her heart. This is the energy of Sun in Capricorn, so it's very focused on the world around you and what you're building and creating on the physical level. So she's holding it quite close to her heart. She's very guarded. So I feel like you might have felt like you're a bit under the attack lately, or you feel like things have been coming at you from all angles and you're kind of just sitting there and you feel like everything's coming at you. So I would work really, really hard around boundaries, around this energy, and just staying really centered and focused through it if this feels like it's happening to you. The energy coming on from this is the Fool though. So the Fool is zero. It's 0 point energy, the beginning of a new cycle. So it's like before beginning of the new cycle. It's before you've even thought about a new cycle. It's will I fall? Will I fly? Who knows? It's kind of that untapped, infinite potential realm of possibilities that we can direct that energy wherever we want. And I love how in this card she's holding that crystal. I'm really drawn to that. It's that beautiful connection to Gaia and the earth, and also using these tools to manifest and create what you would like moving forward. And so to me, this is always these cards together, followed by this, I'm really inclined to say let go and let flow. Trust that process. It's like a trust fall into the universe. If you're feeling like you're a bit guarded and holding on to something really tight and you're being come at by all different angles of this energy, let go. Allow the universe to weave its magic and yeah, just go for that trust fall, because something really beautiful can come out of this new beginning here. So I hope that makes sense to someone out there. Let me know. I always love feedback. If you don't want to post it publicly, feel free to DM me on Instagram or flick us an email, whatever. Always open. I love hearing how this energy plays out. Oh my God, we got failure again. So we also had this card for Gemini as the final message. I understand that a mistake is an opportunity to learn. So if you're feeling, feeling like this is something that hasn't worked out, don't be afraid. Let go, let flow. Something new's around the corner. That's how we learn and grow and thrive, through our failures, which aren't actually, to me, there's no such thing as a failure, because if something doesn't work out, it's course correcting you towards something that will. It's saying, this isn't the right path. try something else, try again, try again, try again. But the journey never ends. So they're just ways to navigate us through our lives, using that energy to steer us to our highest potential if we're open to following that. I guess failure would really step in is if something doesn't work out, and instead of using it to course correct, you just sit in that energy forever and don't move and become super stagnant in it. That's what I would say is a failure. So you're definitely not there, Aquarius. You have so much skills and potential and unique perspectives. The world is your oyster, my loves. With that Fool card, it truly, truly is. And I think you know that too. Okay, next energy. Leo, Kings of the Jungle. Hey Leo, what have we got for you? Leo the lion. Just gonna have a sip of my cup of tea. Oh, okay. Interesting, Leo. First card we've got is the Chariot, followed by the Page of Cups, followed straight on by the Knight of Cups. Hello there, Mr. Romance. Okay, so the Chariot, this is the card of Cancerian energy. It's also often represents fast movement or a decision that has to be made, but it's like you've chosen the path and now you're rip-roaring along it. And with this is coming kind of something new's coming in. It's a new potential. It might be quite unexpected. You can see that little piggy up flying in the corner. So it's that kind of if pigs fly energy. And there's also a little love heart here. There's so much going on in this card. It's really, really beautiful. But often when the Page of Cups comes in, it's kind of a young energy. It's an excited energy. It's often a new emotional offering or someone coming in telling you they love you, or something that really stirs the emotions or coming from an emotional place. And this is followed by the Knight of Cups. So I'm not sure if that Chariot's about a relationship, if this is about choosing to charge forward on a relationship, or it's a new relationship coming in, or a new friendship. Doesn't have to be romantic necessarily, but this guy, he means business. I mean, look at him. He speaks of romance, but for everyone, obviously not every single Leo out there is going to have a guy giving him roses this month, although wouldn't that be beautiful? But anyway, getting back to this, I really feel like this is a beautiful emotional time with those two cups. With this energy with it, it does feel a little bit Marsy kind of. I just want to encourage you to keep your heart open and stay soft, because if you're charging forward like this, I feel like you've got the opportunity to possibly miss these guys. So if you just maybe slow down your horses a little bit. I know Leo gets super enthusiastic and likes to charge ahead 1,000,000 miles an hour if they know what they want. But just slow down and smell the roses. I want to say smell the roses like in this card. And you might see something really nice that you would have missed. So take it easy, rest, rejuvenate. Just keep those eyes and that heart open, and I feel like there might be something really beautiful waiting around the corner, and it might be a little bit of a surprise as well. I don't think you're going to see it coming, but yeah, really, really beautiful. I'm kind of picking up on the vibes, like, you know, you might be out shopping and you just get a really random compliment from a stranger and it's totally unexpected and your mind wasn't there, and then you think about it for the rest of the day. That kind of beautiful, unexpected energy. But hopefully something a bit more significant than a random compliment from a stranger. But sometimes they can be pretty amazing too, right? Success. I know there is no greater goal than to love. How beautiful is that for those cards as well? I'm loving these cards at the end. On point. I know there's no greater goal than to love. So it's all about love. Love, 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 Leo. Leo's in love. Okay. Shuffle those through, and who have we got next? Pisces. Hey Pisces. Little Pisces fishies. Hope you're having a good weekend, Pisces. Let's see what energy is on the cards for you, my loves. Oh my God, Pisces, what is going on here? Got the High Priestess up first. You've got 3 major arcanas here. Got that High Priestess, which is a shout out to the moon and that divine feminine energy and intuition. This is followed by the Tower. So maybe your intuition's inviting you to let something crash and burn, to not hold on any longer, to let it go. And then you're followed by Judgment. So really, really big cards here. So Judgment is also about, kind of look at these cards. It's like an out-of-body experience. It's kind of, to me, this is letting go of illusion. It's dropping that, the separation that's caused by holding on to things that no longer serve you. And in doing so, she's going to get more and more powerful. Pisces is a very, very intuitive sign. And because it's a water sign, it's very, very connected to the moon. And the moon's actually trining Neptune at the moment, which rules Pisces. So this is just kind of a big confirmation of that energy, and to trust your gut, trust your intuition. You are very intuitive. It will not let you down. And if something has to crumble, if it's something's time to fall away, then let it go. Let it go with grace, because the Tower card only shows up when something was built on dodgy foundations. I say this all the time. The Tower card can't come in if something's structurally sound. It comes in to clear something out a bit quicker because the foundations are dodgy as, so a big storm comes through, wipes it out. It's painful, it hurts because it feels sudden, it feels, why is this happening? But deep, deep down, if we listen to that intuition, we know that it wasn't going to work in the first place. So allow it to crumble, and then this Judgment will come through. To me, this is also a balancing of karma. So if something had to go, this is your opportunity to kind of up level, to move on from what was keeping you in that cycle, keeping you in that energy of what had to go down with that Tower, and rising above it to create something new, which will further feed into this intuition, because you're more tapped into your soul and you're listening to those subtle messages. And so next time, if you're listening, the Tower will not need to happen because the foundations will be sturdy. Okay, so I hope that tongue-tied. I hope that makes sense for you, Pisces. Talk way too fast in these sometimes. Feel myself on a big rant when I start channeling a little bit sometimes. Okay, additional message. Self-esteem. Can't even talk. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Okay, so this also goes hand in hand with that beautiful High Priestess energy of that intuition, about possessing gifts of the soul. That is your intuition that benefits me and others. Okay, so if you know something's not right for yourself or others, speak it up. Use your big words, Pisces. Talk it out. Okay, who have we got up next? Taurus, yay, I was just thinking, when's it going to be my turn? Hey, Taurus sun peeps. Big loves to Taurus. What have we got for you? Okay. Wow, some of these cards are coming straight back out again. So first card we've got is the Eight of Cups, which has also shown up previously today, along with the Tower, which just showed up today as well. I promise I'm shuffling these, along with the High Priestess. So kind of similar to Pisces, in a different order, with that Eight of Cups thrown in as well. Okay, so, oh my goodness, these cards together, letting go. The first card out kind of shows up reversed on my camera. First card out was the Eight of Cups. So this is walking away from something emotionally that's not serving you anymore. It's recognizing that this felt good. I thought this was going to work, but you know what? I'm just not feeling it anymore. So you're putting down your cups and you're walking away. But as I said, for I think it was Scorpio, as you're walking away from those cups and feeling that bit of disappointment and heartache, you're walking towards the sun coming up. So there's that bit of kind of feeling of loss, a bit of sadness, disappointment, walking away from the cups because you thought it was going to work, but you're walking towards the sun. You're walking towards a renewed vitality and something amazing, because you're going to find more cups over there. But this is followed by the Tower. So you're really, really encouraged to walk away and to listen to that intuition. Otherwise, it's going to come crashing down anyway. As I just talked about with Pisces, if you were listening to the previous one, the Tower only shows up if something's built on dodgy foundations. The Tower's never going to come and smash something that was amazing, working and in alignment with your soul. The Tower shows up when something's not in alignment with your soul, and it's basically to speed up the process. Bang, bang, big lightning bolt, all crumbles down, and then you can regroup, work your way through that loss, and build a beautiful, strong foundation moving forward. And it's funny how these have shown up in a different order, because that's followed on by the High Priestess now. And this is about, if you allow this process to happen and allow that Tower moment, the High Priestess is going to bring with her all of the intuition. It's going to increase your connection to that intuition and that divine feminine moon energy, alignment with your soul. This is all about soul level alignment and that beauty and that flow. So very, very powerful here with that High Priestess leading on from that. And it's a really way to finish off after the Tower, because there's a lot of hope in that card. And she's also a beautiful manifester, and she does it in a way that's so inspired by intuition and creativity, and it's a real soul, like deep love coming from the soul, and self-love as well, really nurturing card of the feminine there. So yeah, big cards, Taurus. And let's pull a little confirmation message as well. Health. I will honour the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So I just mentioned self-love with that High Priestess. That must be where that came from. So health, okay? So if you're going through a tough time, or that Tower moment's showing up and you're needing to walk away from something at the moment, just really tune into your body, because if you don't listen to what your body needs, that might be holding you back. It might cause some obstacle. You might run into some health issues there. So really just giving your body what it needs. Does it need more water, exercise, sleep? It can be super simple. You don't have to go to F45 every day of the week, you know, unless you want to. If that's what your body wants, go for it. But it's just about those little things showing up for your own body, because if our body's struggling, then we cannot thrive in any area of our lives. Okay, Taurus, that's a big one as well, because fixed earth energy, right? We are naturally very, very grounded in our bodies. So any kind of imbalance shows up very easily for a Taurus in their physical body, okay? Because fixed earth, that's what we do. We integrate that earth energy with our physical plane and then up through spirit as well. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, Taurus, and look after yourself, rest and rejuvenate. All right, so who have we got next? Libra. Hey, Libra. You're up, my dears. What have we got for Libra? Libra. Okay, so there's lots of letting go, which makes sense in all these readings with that Scorpio sun and moon going on. The first card you've got is the Three of Cups. So that's that really beautiful card of friendship, community, coming together. They're having a beautiful time there. There's a lot of joy and companionship, and it's that real emotional fulfillment that you get from beautiful, close friendships. And this is right next to the Hanged Man. So there might have been a little bit of, I feel like this is the place where you were. This is the first card that came out. And this is kind of moving forward, the Hanged Man. So you might have been questioning something a little bit there. And I'm really drawn to the stars in the sky here. And then that big shining light coming out of her head. So it's like something was out there, and then you've had this realization about the way things really were. So to me, this feels like there might have been a beautiful friendship or a beautiful companionship of some kind. Doesn't have to be, a friendship as such. It could be any kind of thing, but where you've suddenly had this aha moment that maybe things weren't quite as they seemed. There's a bit of illusion around this. The Hanged Man can be just like, oh, but I thought this, I thought that. Oh, I'm not really sure. I feel a bit stuck in this energy. But the thing is about the Hanged Man is hanging upside down, but she can free herself anytime she wants. She can swing back around the right way up. So the Hanged Man can be literally flipping things on its head, seeing things from a different perspective. So, you know, when you stand on your head, things look different, don't they? That's the exact energy of the Hanged Man. So it can feel a little bit stuck and stagnated just because you've had new perspectives come in and you're seeing things in a different way. And the reason I'm feeling like there's this might be around a friendship or whatever is because that's followed by the Ten of Swords. And often this is a painful ending. It's leaving something behind. But similar to the other cards that have shown up, as she's walking away from this ending, she's walking towards a sun rising. This is the ending of a cycle to make way for something new to come in. So if you felt like something really, really beautiful happened, flipped on its head, saw things from a different perspective and were like, oh, is that what it was? Why did I think that was so great when maybe, you know, there was a bit of toxic stuff going on there, and then going, this isn't for me, I need to cut my ties and walk away, or just create stronger boundaries. You don't always need just to cut people off left, right and centre, but just having those boundaries and those clear set expectations and just holding your own integrity, because we all know that Libra is about kind of balance, and they can be quite cooperative and they love to have that equilibrium, but at what cost? You don't want to sacrifice any of your own personal boundaries and worth to kind of, you know, give other people what they need if it's not what you need. So it's about finding balance within that and having your boundaries up. And if people don't like it, then too bad, because you can't, what's the word I'm trying to find? You can't, I've totally lost that word. There's that air energy messing with my Taurus energy. You can't compromise, that's the word. You can't compromise your own boundaries and your own energy to fill up other people's cups if it's not working for you. I wanted to say you're better than that, but I stopped myself, I don't know why. Because the Libras, I know, are quite good at having boundaries, and they would rather see through the illusion than hang around and have that compromised energy. So glad I thought of that word. That would have driven me insane. Okay, Libra, final message. Fear. I realise I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is see things for what they really are and to put up those boundaries, or do what you need to. Sometimes you do need to cut people off, not going to lie. Sometimes a bit of a boundary or a talk is what you need, but totally up to you, Libra. You know what's best for you. Okay. What have we got next? Virgo. Earthy goddess is you. Beautiful Virgo. Okay. Let's give these a really good shuffle for you, Virgo. Oh, that feels better. Hear that magpie outside? I certainly can. Baby magpie. Okay, Virgo. Strength, straight off the bat. Two of Wands. And the King of Cups. Okay, so strength, it's the card of Leo. King of the jungle vibes, but it's not just that aggression that can come with a lion. It's that gentle compassion. She's a very feminine energy there with that lion, and she's got a little lamb there that she's caring for. So it's about that strength mixed with nurturing and compassion here. So it's a very, very heartfelt card, and she's also got a little heart around her neck, which is sitting over her solar plexus. So it's encouraging you to really open your heart. And even sitting like this, it's an open heart kind of pose. She's really opening her heart here. So there's a lot of strength there. It's like she's sitting in that, knowing that she's solid, she's fine. She's even got a little tat of the infinity sign on her arm up there as well. So she's connected right above her crown. And yeah, it's a beautiful feminine representation of strength here. It's like that mama lion who will do anything to protect her young, but she's super nurturing and gentle with them as well. And that's followed on by the Two of Wands here. So this is kind of, to me, this feels a little bit lost, but at the same time, she's got a little globe there of the world, and she's looking out her window. So you might be able to feel a bit of longing or desire to, that magpie is so distracting, screaming out there. So you might feel a little bit of a desire to get out, to do something a bit differently, to see the world. You might feel a little bit cooped up, but at the same time, it's a really good card for planning and kind of putting inspiration into something a bit more tangible that you can work with to create an outcome. And this is followed on by the King of Cups. So this is finding that emotional balance and that grounding. So if you do feel a little bit in this energy, although this is a water cups, to me, he's super grounded because he's sitting in that meditation and balancing his emotions. The magpies are literally right outside my window. It's a mama and a little baby. So cute. There's that earth energy right there. Oh my gosh. Shush. So distracting. Anyway, so if you are feeling a little bit cooped up and like you want to plan something but you're not really sure how, sit into it. Be the King of Cups, meditate, balance those emotions, spend time around water if you can, even if it's just in the shower or bath, just visualizing that energy settling and anything stagnant, uncertainty washing away, just cleansing your aura and your energy fields around you and centering back into this card of strength here as well. Okay, so to me, this is the big one. It's that beautiful, strong, feminine compassion. And if you do feel a little bit blah, like I feel a bit gross in my tummy looking at that Two of Wands, even though it's not like a gross tummy card at all, it can be really beautiful. But if you do feel that uncertainty, plan some tangible steps around what you want. It's a beautiful time moving forward over the next 2 weeks to put ideas down on paper, to make a bit of a plan, to bring something into the physical reality. Because the thing about these two cards is the Wands energy is fire, this is water, there's no earth here, there's nothing to ground it into physicality. So if you want something, put those tangible plans into place, stay grounded and focused with your emotions, and I think you'll be able to move forward and manifest something really well. And we all know how much Virgo loves details and the nitty-gritty and planning everything out. So yeah, just keep your eyes on the ball and do what you can and leave the rest up to the universe, because this is also a highly intuitive card as well. And remember, as much as I said plan things out, you can't plan every little thing. Within that planning, be fluid, be flexible like the King of Wands, and within that you will find your strength. So I hope that made sense, Virgo. I feel like there was a few kind of mixed messages within that, but hopefully I got the message through okay in the end. Okay, and your final message, now that those magpies have cleared off. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Really, really beautiful message. And sometimes Virgos love perfectionism so much that they can hold on to other people's imperfections and hold it against them. But, you know, none of us are perfect. Harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And that King of Cups, he's got the big open heart there. He's very open to love. So you'll allow that love to flow within yourself if you're able to be a bit more fluid and find some forgiveness in your heart if that's what you need at the moment. Okay, Sagittarius, you're up next. Nearly birthday time for you, Saggies. Cards are throwing themselves out. Got a few there, so I'll pop them back in. A few too many to read. Okay, Sag. Oh, Sag. Saggy. First card, Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful, beautiful new beginning. This is a new offer. It could be financial, something that's going to stimulate a lot of growth. So it could be an idea around a business, or it could be something like a new home. It's the earth energy. So it's something on the physical level. But this is coupled with a 9 of Swords. So this is that sleeplessness. So I feel like with this new beginning, there might be some anxiety here or uncertainty. But you don't need to feel like that, because the next card is the 2 of Cups. This is a card of beautiful connection. It's also a card of partnership. It could represent a new relationship or new love, but it's just deep connection. And yeah, I'm lost for words just looking at this beautiful energy. Look at those colors and the swirls. It's like the merging of two things. So these cards together, to me, could represent a beautiful business opportunity where you're collaborating with someone else or forming a partnership, or it could be taking the business in a new direction if it wasn't working properly. This could be moving into a happy home and reconnecting with your partner or your family, something like that. But right smack bang in the middle is that Nine of Swords. So if you're feeling quite uncertain or anxious or something keeping you up at night, this is kind of those repetitive thoughts, those little voices in your head that will not shut up and just keep rehashing the same thing around and around and around, and it's getting really, really old. So it's about finding that grounding. This card speaks all about grounding as well. It's that earth energy. Put it down in the dirt. If you need to, write it down on a bit of paper, bury it in the ground. Put all your emotions and feelings and anxiety into a rock. Just hold it and force everything out of you that's going around in your mind. Throw it into some water. You know, you've got the Cups energy as well. Use that water to transform and transmute that energy, or bury it in the ground. Get some grounding, sit on the grass, take off your shoes, walk around outside, go to the beach, do anything you can to connect with nature, to try and shift out of this energy, because that's not serving you at all. And there's so much joy and happiness to be found on either side of this card if you're willing to let go and let flow, trust the universe, and keep your eyes on the prize, because that's going to really interfere with your happiness if you hold on to that for too long, Sag. It's not a comfortable energy for Sag at all, that Swords energy with that 9. But yeah, beautiful opportunity to up level and let go there. Okay, happiness. I'm aware that being happy means I'm on the right path. There you go. Let go of that doubt. Find that happiness and reconnect with that happiness. Beautiful, Sag. Who have we got? A few left. Hey, Cancer. Cancer, always strongly affected by the moon, since moon is their ruler. And since it's also Scorpio, water, all of the water signs. What have we got for you, Cancer? Okay, Cancer, first card, you've got the Six of Swords here. So this is kind of that energy of having to leave something behind and let it go. This is the kind of, you've moved away from something, you're not feeling great about it, you feel quite dark. Once again, there's lots of thoughts going in your head about this didn't work out, why didn't this happen the way I wanted it to? There's a kind of a lot of self-doubt around the things that happened and the way that they played out. But it's about moving on. She's got a suitcase in her hand. She's recognized it's time to leave. It wasn't working, but she's rehashing all of the thoughts about it over and over again. But the thing is, she's being led towards a better place. She's moving away from something that wasn't working and heading towards something better. So as painful as it is to leave things behind sometimes, she is moving forward to something that's better suited to her. This card represents someone traveling across the water, even though it's a card's energy. It's an air energy of the swords. She's being pulled across the water. But the water, where it's choppy like that, represents emotional turbulence. So there is a lot of emotions tied in with this as well. But it's about mentally being able to let go and about stepping into the new energy of something better. This is followed by the Ten of Pentacles. So if you are able to allow that process to take place and integrate that energy, this is a card of kind of happy home. It's a lot of abundance here. You know, it's that whole earth energy of complete fulfillment. It's a completion of a cycle. So yeah, it's really beautiful. Lots of happiness in that card. And this is followed on by the Page of Cups. So this is another new beginning here. The Page of Cups often represents kind of an unexpected, beautiful, emotional beginning. So it could be meeting someone that you really love, not necessarily romantically, but friendship, or it could be romantically, could be some kind, anything that kind of has a beautiful emotional connection there. And it's often quite surprising as well. And it feels very young and vibrant and fresh and new. You can see his feet coming down from the sky as his legs hang off the bottom, and there's a little flying pig in the corner, quite unexpected, but he's got radiating energy out of his heart, and there's a little shout out to the heart next to him as well with this little thing going on here. So it's kind of a new, I feel like once you can let go of what's not working, It's going to bring in a lot of happiness here and a lot of renewal in a relationship or something that's very emotionally connected to your heart, Cancer. Okay, let's have a look. Trust. I will accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. And Cancer is very intuitive by nature, so listen to that inner voice. It will always guide me correctly. So sit with your intuition as well. Sit in the stillness, rest and rejuvenation, all of that beautiful stuff for you, Cancer. Aries up next. Hey Aries, let's see what's on the cards for you. Dropped another big pile, put them back in. Just give them a big shuffle quickly. Make sure we're shaking off all that other energy I've just spoken about. Let's see what we've got for you. Aries, the first card off the bat is the Three of Swords, the card of heartbreak, the card of feeling that pain, that disappointment, that rough ending. And this is followed by the Seven of Pentacles. So this is complete opposite energy. This is planting new seeds for growth. This is literally us in this new moon at the moment. But we are in the dark moon phase still. So the dark moon phase is when we can't see the moon in the sky. So pretty much the 2 days before the new moon and the 2 days after the full moon, we can't see it. There's no light there. So it's kind of this feeling of being buried. This is when we plant our intentions and our seeds. I often say that the new moon's not time to manifest, but it is time to release. We're in the dark, so it's about releasing, the deep healing, and planting seeds down there, getting clear on our intentions. And as the moon cycle picks up after that second day, and we can see the sliver, and then it grows, that's the energy of manifestation growing along with it. So that's the kind of energy I'm feeling here. It's time to let go. It's time to really, really look at that pain and do everything you can to integrate it. Obviously, we can't rush healing, but just sitting with it and allowing it to be, just allowing it to exist. It's there for a reason, and it can teach us, because that's where the growth is. The growth is in integrating and allowing it to run its course and go through the process, and something really, really beautiful is going to grow and flourish in its place. This is followed on by the Six of Cups. So this is a really, really beautiful energy. It's a card of, there's a lot of nostalgia here. He's looking back, childhood memories, inner child stuff. So this hurt very, very well could be around your childhood or the past. Something that's happened, but there's an opportunity for growth here from seeing it from a different perspective. And this is going to bring so much emotional fulfillment, joy, happiness, and connection there. Really, really, really beautiful energy. There's so much potential for healing in these cards. It's really, really amazing. So if you are feeling that hurt, Aries, I'd really encourage you, especially today and moving forward, to keep giving yourself what you need and just allowing it to be. If you need a good cry, do it. If you need to binge out on a bit of crap food, do it. But just don't sit in that energy for too long, and know that something really, really beautiful can be planted at this time and grow into something much nicer. Okay, Aries, final message for you. Growth. Oh my God, perfect. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Amazing. Those cards are like peas in a pod. Speaking of growth, go plant some peas in your veggie garden if you can. Because that growth, beautiful. You could even do that, you know, beautiful little ritual. If you want to plant some intentions, get a seedling and plant it and nurture it. Watch it grow, watch it flourish. Just do your best to try not to let it die. But that's my advice as well. But yeah, really, really beautiful there, Aries. Okay, who's last? Capricorn. Last but not least, dear Capricorns, patiently waiting. Here we go. Give a huge shuffle for you, Capricorn. All right, Cap, What have we got for you, Capricorn? Okay, we've had a few of these cards come out already today too. First card up is the Four of Pentacles, and this is actually representing the Sun in Capricorn. So this is your energy. It's about being very proud of your achievements and where you sit in life. And this is followed by the Five of Wands. So there could be some conflict or differences of opinions, people that see things from a different perspective, and it feels like a very chaotic energy coming at all directions at you. And the next card is the Lovers. So this has also come out tonight. So this could be representing of a karmic, soulmate, twin flame style dynamic relationship, or it's also representing Gemini's energy. So it's the twins, it's the two parts of yourself that make the whole. It's kind of merging and coming together with those energies, but recognizing the polarity and duality that do exist within all of us as well. So I feel like that Sun in Capricorn, she does hold on very tight to her purse there. So you could be really holding on to something that in a bit of a stubborn way and being quite defensive. This card, when I see her, it's blocking her heart energy as well. She's holding so tightly onto something. She's blocking herself from feeling. This feels like a very emotionally closed card. And this might be a result of this chaotic Five of Wands energy. Everyone's throwing their fireballs around and beating each other up with sticks. It's just not a nice energy. But it's the kind of energy that comes with workplace disagreements. Everyone's only seeing things from their own perspective, or everyone's clouded by their own belief systems or their ideas or ideologies, that kind of thing. So this might feel quite threatening to your security, but I feel like if you really look at what's important, it's not the material stuff, it's not the social and the status stuff, it is what's in here. And if something's blocking this, then you need to find a bit more flexibility to open up, because you will block your own happiness and abundance. And this Lovers card can teach us a lot as well about merging those polarities. And it can also be looking at things from the other's perspective, not just our own. Because as I said, polarity and duality, if we can merge it, we get a higher understanding of all different perspectives about things, and that leads to our growth, and it makes us feel more secure as well, because there's infinite perspectives around everything, and we don't always need to hold on really, really tightly to our beliefs. So if this is sitting with you, then really just tap into what beliefs they might be, or what you are holding on to that makes you feel a bit closed down and defensive. If you feel a bit defensive, like you need to protect something, that's a pretty good idea. Or obviously have boundaries as well. Not about knocking down all your boundaries and being an open book for that kind of thing, but if you have that overall overarching awareness to expand your perspectives, that can be a really beautiful thing at this time. Success. I know there's no greater goal than to love. This card has come out tonight as well. There's no greater goal than to love. So open up that heart, and you've got the Lovers here with it. And you know, the Lovers teaches us about the other's perspective, but also coming together. Because as we know, in a relationship, we need to keep our independence. We're still a individualized soul, unless you're, tapping into the twin flame stuff. But that aside, we need to do what's best for ourselves within that relationship. But being in the relationship, you have to see things from the other's perspective and compromise at the same time. So it's that delicate balancing act between your own integrity and your own personal boundaries and desires, and also compromising to have a functioning relationship where you can coexist together and share an experience together, where you can build and grow together. And Capricorn's very, very powerful with doing that, because they want to elevate their relationships, and quite big achievers in all areas of life, including relationships. So there is a beautiful potential there, but just keep that heart soft and open. And if you tap into the moon energy, it will help you do that and help you heal as well. Okay, so beautiful, guys. Love you so much. If you've hung in this long, then thank you so much for watching. Please watch, subscribe, like and share my videos. And I know by doing that you like it and you want to see more. So on that note, guys, have a great moon cycle, and I'll see you again soon.